everyone. Today we are going to make a project in Python which is known as find and replace. So in this project a user will write a sentence or a whole paragraph into the program. Then he would write an input of telling what to find, like in that sentence or the paragraph, or if the user wants, he can replace what he wants replace with something else. So now let's start with our program. So now first we will write while true in so because the program will run in a loop. Then we will take user input. Okay, we will take a variable as user input. So now we will take input and it will ask enter your input. Then we will also write .strip .lower so that the error, if the user writes input in a capital, so it will be in small, in lowercase, and if there are any incorrect spaces in the beginning and the ending, the strip function, this strip string method will handle it correctly. Let me write all the variables so that the video is not long. So now we have taken an other variable, that is what to find. In here we will ask the user what do you want to find in your input, and it is also .stripped and lowered. Now we will take another variable, that is isthetextthere is equal to userinput.find and what to find. So we have taken this variable so that, like, for example, if what the user has inputted to find is not there in the input, so it will see that here using this .find string method. So now we will now add an if else statement, or an if statements actually. So now if if is the text there is equal to -1, then it will print your text is not in your input. Now you might get confused why I have written -1 here. This is because in this .find string method, if it does not find anything that in this variable, then it writes -1. So if there is no text there or in the user input that the user has told, then it will switch to -1. Then it will print your text is not in your input. Now we will write an else statement. So if we have written an else, let me correct the indentation. Okay. Now else meaning if the text is there in the user input, then we will write this. So it will print there are userinput.count. Let me just tell you one thing, that this f that you see here written outside the string ensures that it converts all the thing that is like variables or string methods or functions, except it separates it from the string. To tell this f function to tell what to separate from the string, we add these brackets. So there are userinput.count what to find. Let me tell you about this statement. It is user input. The user input that the user has inputted, it will count what to find, meaning it will count how much occurrences are there in the user input of what the user want to find. So it will count, and then it will tell occurrences of what to find. Then it will tell what there are this much occurrences of what to find in your input. So let me summarize it for you. There are these much user input of these much user input of occurrences of what to find, meaning the input of finding in the input. Now Once this is done, then we will ask the user for replacement. We will take a variable, then take input. Now we have added a replace variable here. So it will then take input from the user, that is, do you want to replace it, yes or no. It will answer in yes or no. Then we will add another if else statement. Now if the user wants to replace, so we will add another if else statement. Let's see, let me correct the indentation first. Okay, we will write if replace.strip.lower. We will strip the user input and lower it is equal to yes. Then it will ask, then we'll take a variable known as what to replace, and it will take input what to write instead of that text. And then we will print that is modified text, then the user input dot replace what to find what to replace. So this is a replace is another string method. So here what to find meaning the text from that the user has told to find will be replaced by what to replace. So whatever written here will be replaced by whatever written here, even if it is a variable. So, and I have separated from the string using this f. Then it will print. Then we will ask the user, do you want to continue? So let me correct the indentation first. Okay, so now I have written this. Now it will have a choice, and it will ask input, do you want to continue or not, in yes or no. If the choice.strip.lower, meaning you know now, is equal to no, so then it will break, meaning it will exit the program. But if it is yes, so then the whole program will continue. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you that we have to keep this if else statement inside this else statement. This is because if the text is in the input, then it will have to stay in the else statement. So I forgot to provide the indentation, but now I have corrected it. So now let's move on with our program running. So now first let's check about the erroring first. Now I have entered my input as I. You can also write a whole sentence or paragraph, but I am writing just a letter. Now I want to find R, which is not there. Let's see what it does. It has said your text is not in your input. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to. Then enter your input. If I want to continue, if I write no, it will exit. Now let's see if what would have happened if this else statement was not inside else. Let's see. Okay, let's write G and find H. Now as you can see, it has printed your text is not in your input. Now it will show an error. This is because the text is not in input. Now it is now trying to move to a program, but here the strip, it is showing that replace is not defined because the text is not in the input, so it should exit, but it will not work because if it's not inside the else statement. So I will put the if to in the else statement. Now let's run the code again. As you can see, it is now working. Okay, now let's do it properly. So now let's write welcome. Oh, I wrote it here. Okay, now let's write welcome to Robotech. We will innovate here. So now let's enter. Now what do I want to find? I want to find E. As you can see, it has shown 7 occurrences of E. Well, you can count here as well. There are 7 occurrences. Do I want to replace it? Yes, I want to. What do you want to write instead of that text? I must tell you that instead of a letter, I can write a whole paragraph or any sentence. It does not need to be a letter. Let me write like good. If I click on enter, you can see instead of E, it has written good. So do I want to continue? Yes. Like if I want to find one occurrence, do I want to replace it? No. Do you want to continue? No. It has exited the program. Hope you like this project. Please like, share and subscribe and wait till the next Python project. Thank you and bye.